y'all. So you already know what it is. It's Throwback Thursday, and I have a throwback thought. Here's a little bit of insight into my past that has made me the woman who I am today. So I was thinking, I was thinking about all the blessings that I have received throughout the years. And then I started thinking about the blessings that I received when I was at the lowest points in my life. And when I thought about those blessings, this one person came to mind. It was an ex-boss of mine. And I had just got out of an abusive relationship. And I was living from paycheck to paycheck. I couldn't afford to buy anything outside of paying my bills and buying necessities for the house. So I remember she used to buy me breakfast on some days. She used to buy lunch on some days. And I remember I didn't even have enough money to buy Christmas gifts or birthday gifts for my kids. And as a parent, that weighs on you because you want your kids to be happy. You're going to give them the necessities, but you still want to give them some wants. And so at that time, I felt like a real bad mom because I wasn't able to get those things for them. But my boss at the time, there was not one year that I worked at that office that she did not make sure my kids had Christmas gifts and birthday gifts. And then I remember I couldn't even buy school clothes for my kids. One day she walks into the office with a big bag of clothes and says to me, see if your kids can try on these clothes, see if your kids can fit these clothes. And if they can't fit them, then here's the receipt. Or if they don't like it, here's the receipt. I bought everything in cash. So if you need to return it, get the money and go somewhere else that they would like, you can do so. How was I able to receive those blessings from the people that I hated the most? So I thought back to when I was 5 years old, and I remember my mom and we went to the grocery store. And if your mother was like my mom, or if your mother is like my mom was, then you know that you don't touch nothing, you don't ask for nothing because you ain't gonna get nothing, right? But for me, there was still a little glimmer of hope because at the checkout line, there was candy there that was cheaper than any other candy in the store, and I could plead my case on that one. So I run in front of the buggy, and I stand there and I'm looking at the candy, hoping my mom's looking at me saying, okay, go ahead and get it. Now, as I'm standing there, I sneeze, right? And then this older white lady turns around and she says to me, I hope God don't bless you. Now, as a 5-year-old, of course, I don't truly comprehend the depth of what she said, right? I knew that it was rude and I knew that it was mean and impolite. But what she didn't know is that she planted a seed of prejudice in me. Now, I'm not a racist. I wasn't a racist. I don't believe that there's any race superior above another. But I was prejudiced. I have to say I was prejudiced because at this point, now I have a preconceived idea or notion about whites, right? Now, from the time that I was 5 until I was in my early 20s, I had some extremely bad encounters with white people. So that seed of prejudice that was planted, oh, it's a huge ball of fiery hate. I was straight up disrespectful to white people. I had a chip on my shoulder. You weren't gonna tell me nothing. If you're rude to me, I'm rude to you. If you're impolite, I'm impolite. If you're disrespectful, I'm disrespectful. And I remember this. I'm a firm believer that God puts you in situations where he gives you an opportunity to grow and heal. You have the decision to make if you want to accept that opportunity or stay in the same mindset that you're in. Like I said, I was in an abusive relationship and I had to get out this relationship. I didn't want to go back home to my mom. I had too much pride because I didn't want to let her know that she was right in the decision that she made about this guy that I just stuck up for. Anyway, I found me a job and I was so excited. Now, what I didn't take in consideration is that I would be the only Black full-time female in that office. Now I'm surrounded by the people that I hate the most in life. And there was this lady there. She was my boss. She was pure evil. I have never seen that kind of evil in my life, guys. She came to work with the Bible in her hand, prayed every morning, read scriptures throughout the day, talked about God and Jesus, but she would connive, lie, deceit, all the above. And she went on a firing spree. Now, one day she decided to come for me. And there was this young white lady that had my back. She was like, "You're not gonna mess with Grace. She ain't did nothing to you." And I was like, oh. Now, that night I went home. I was so angry. I was angry because here it is, another white person messing with me. I haven't done anything to them. I hate white people. They make me sick. And I felt that anger just building up. But after I had calmed down, I began to smile because this white lady who I work with stood up for me. And I was like, dang, we ain't even just friends like that for her to stand up for me like that, right? So it kind of made me smile. And at that moment, I had to make some decisions. I had to ask myself, was I going to continue to allow white people who were rude to me to continue to let my hate grow in my heart? And then I had to ask myself, Grace, are you going to choose character or color? Now, I will say that after that lady did what she did, she impacted my life so much. But after she did what she did, it made me think about some things. I can no longer bandwagon white people, okay? I had to learn that it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. There are going to be good people and bad people in every ethnicity. So I end up choosing character over color. And what that allowed me to do was heal from my past hurts, from all those previous incidents that I had with whites, okay? Now, I think about in retrospect, what if I continued to hate white people? Would I have received those same blessings from that woman? Or would I have turned them down because I had too much pride and because I hated white people? I didn't want them to give me nothing. And then I think about how just last year, I almost got ran over on the interstate because I walked onto the interstate and I didn't know about it. A white guy pushed me back in the car. Now, had I still hated white people, I probably been like, yo, hold on, touch me, and got ran over. But I chose the latter. And because I chose the latter, I got blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings when I had nothing, right? So my question, or my questions to you are, has somebody in your past been rude to you? And Are you still holding on to it? Has God put you in positions where you were able to grow and heal? Did you accept the opportunity? And then I want to ask you, if you are choosing to still hate, to still hold in grudges because someone planted a seed of negativity into you, what quality of life are you missing out on? Think about